Bonjour, je m'appelle Madame Behrens. This is Madame Behrens. Welcome to Using Your Online Textbook. The French classes at DC Everest use the EMC C'est à toi series textbooks. We have levels 1, 2, and 3 textbooks, but we teach levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 French courses. The French 1 and 2 use the red textbook of C'est à toi. Level 3 at the junior high uses the green textbook and sometimes the red textbook. And levels 3, 4 at the senior high use the purple book. French 5 uses a different textbook called Bravo. To find your online resource, first go to your school's website. So if you're a senior high, go to this. Junior high goes to here. Click on your school website. Then go to your Edline. So as I go down, my Edline is over on the side of the page. I click on Edline. And we need to pause. When you get to your Edline, log in and go to your French course. This one is French 2. And as I scroll through here, there are links on the side. And we have Quizlet, we have the Moodle, we have Conjugamos, and this is our textbook link. Now, you will need a password for the hard copy textbook, which is put online. And the passwords are up here in contents where it says passwords and resources. So if you click on here, you'll have a Word document that comes up. And here is the numbers that correspond to the textbook. So this is red, this one is green, and this one is purple. So then you go ahead and you do a copy paste on the one you're going to use. I'm going to use the green textbook to demonstrate. And then I'm going to close out of that. And then I'm going to go and click on the C'est à toi link. So here I go to C'est à toi. And here I have the website. And you can see the 3 colored textbooks. So if you are on Moodle doing French 1 and 2, you're going to use the red one. If you're on Moodle doing level 3 at the junior high, you're going to use this one. Actually, the level 3 at the junior high uses red and green, and level 3, 4 at the senior high uses the purple. And you should click on the binder, okay? Apparently, clicking elsewhere on the book may take you to a different link. So just click on the solid red, green, or purple. So I'm going to click on this part here, and this will bring me up. And here I have all of my resources. I have the audio program that goes with my textbook. The listening activities, they are not in your textbook, and they have to be given to you. I have to give you a PDF, and so you will not find those in your textbook. Other electronic resources are given. The workbook is important because the workbook, as you can see, does not need to have a password. So you can click on the workbook page here, or you could go to the green button over here with the pen, and you can click on the workbook here, and you can click on the page you want to use, and you can you can type in if you wish. You can print it. There's the button over here for printing, for emailing. So you have those items that you can use. Okay? Now, what I was showing you was how to access the hard copy textbook, but in online version. So here is a sort of reddish, orange-ish open book, and this is what you click on. And then you need to paste your code in here, password, and then hit login. And then you need to type in the following information. So you would type in my email for school, all right, and then you need to type in some address that you're using. At school we have our Gmail account, so you should be putting your Gmail account in there. And then type your first and last name. And then once you do this, you'll hit save, and you don't have to do it again. And from then on, when you hit submit and send or email in the textbook site, it'll automatically go to my address, and it'll have your name on it, so you don't have to worry if I know who it is. And once you've done that, you just close the X. So then, you use your arrows to move forward in the book, and you'll see that everything is the same, all right? It has the table of contents for you, okay? So you can just click through there. You also have the maps in the same place. They're at the beginning. So these are the maps. And then you have your units. And so at the beginning of the units, you always have a listening. Now, I'm going to use a different unit. So I'm going to forward a little bit to Unit 2. So here is an example. On the online textbook, you can click on pictures in the vocab sections. We're at the beginning of every unit or every chapter. And you click on it.
Un pharmacien.
And the textbook site will pronounce words for you.
Des professions et des métiers.
And so you
Une
can
pâtissière.
repeat as often as you choose.
Un charcutier.
And you can
Une
practice.
pharmacienne.
Okay? Then you have, and this is more vocab, then you have your online dialogues, which they will save for you. So you just click on
Conversation culturelle. Écoutez le dialogue.
And so you would just click on there and it would say, you can also click on the picture and it will say this side, and then click on this picture and it'll say this side. Now, I can make the print bigger. So, for example, I can center my text here. I can do my adjustments here. And I can scroll up. And I'm going to keep scrolling here. And here we have some ways of doing things here. We have some tools. We have a highlighter here, so I can highlight words. So if I don't know this word, I can look it up. And there is a dictionary reference book over here. And if you go to the bottom, it says glossary. And then you can look the word up. So if you want to find the word demi, then I can, look for the word. And if I keep typing, okay. And there I found it. So here's une demi-heure, and it means a half an hour. So I can use the post-it notes. So I can click on the post-it note and type in Demi means half an hour. And then I can save it. So I can close it up and put it over here. And so if I go back to study for a quiz again, or if I have to do a dialogue and I need a reference for making a dialogue, I can go back to this. There is also a capability of recording, and you will have to follow the instructions for the download for this. So there is a possibility of doing that if you have the right computer configurations. All right. Now, we do have some other things. For example, there are readings in English on culture, and we have listenings. So you would just click on this.
Le contraire. Écrivez la lettre qui correspond au contraire de l'adjectif que vous entendez.
And so this right here can be moved around so that you can see the activity at number 1. And then you can go ahead and hit play.
1. Claire est aimable.
And then you would hit the correct answer, whatever the correct answer is. So then you would have to put, for example, the answer of opposite of aimable would be pénible, so I'm going to put that. And then what I do, just to show you better, I have my answer, and then I hit next. And then when I'm ready to hear number 2, I hit this again. And you keep doing this, and I'm going to give some fake answers here so that we can move on. Okay, and then after I do my last one, I can check answers. Now I should have all of them wrong except for the one. So this was the one I did correctly, and then these are my fake answers. And so it told me what was incorrect, and then it gave me the correct answer. So you can, if you have a typo or whatever, you can close this out and open it and start it again from scratch. If you get everything done to show me that you did do it, then you can either send it through email, so that's why you fill out the information at the beginning, double check to make sure everything is correct, and then you would hit send, and then it would go to my school email. You can also print it, so if you had some problems of sending, or you want to copy for yourself to prove you did it, you could print it. Now you also have a writing place. So on these, I'm going to close this out. You have your questions here. And you can go ahead and answer your questions and then, do the same as you did before. And then once everything is done, you get to the bottom and you would hit the button to check your answers, which isn't fitting on the screen at the moment, but it is here on the side. Okay? And again, if you need to close out, you would just hit the X button. So there are lots of things that you can do with the online textbook. It's a very handy tool for you to use, and it encourages self-practice. Now, if you go to the ends of the chapter, I'm going to go to the end of chapter 1 so you can see what it looks like at the end of chapter 1. And I'm going to make this a bit smaller here. Okay, so this is the end of chapter 1, which is on page 53 of the red textbook. And here we have, this is a video clip, so you can access a very short version of the video of the chapter this way. And you can also do a practice crossword, which helps you review your work. And you do need Macromedia Flash to operate this, but you do have, you can can make it bigger by doing the enlarge. And you can click on give your answers in here, and then you can check them for practice. So there are lots of things that you have available in your textbook for you to practice. So I'm going to close this out. Final thing is there is an online dictionary support. So the French About does have online dictionary support, and it's up to you if you want to use it. There is a help button if you need some technical support, so there is a possibility to find your answers here. And if you need to switch to a different textbook, as I was saying, some of the courses go from the red to the green, then you have this place where you can go back to switch. So it is a convenient way to use learning tools in French, and I will add one more item that you can use your Moodle. So don't forget about going into your Moodle and going into your French. So if we have a French 1-2, we have our Moodle, which corresponds to each chapter in the textbook. So French 1-2 uses the red level 1 textbook, but it's French 1 and French 2 years, and Unit 1 under Topic 1 corresponds to Unit 1 in the red textbook, and it goes in order. Okay, so the chapter we had just looked at before, we have links to teaching videos here, so if you want to use those, you can go ahead and use those. So here's an example of a teaching video.
Les chiffres, numbers, page 9, page 9. Écoutez.
So that's an example of a teaching video that is available on the Moodle site. I also put worksheets and handouts also on the Moodle site, and occasionally put news out to my French classes up here. Okay, I guess that's it for today. Good luck in your French courses. Au revoir, mes élèves.